Ever pondered over why an apple doesn't fly upwards when released, or why a speeding car doesn't continue to move forever? The answers to these questions lie in the fascinating laws of physics that govern our universe. Let's dive into the world of physics and explore 10 such laws that might just surprise you. First up, Newton's first law, the law of inertia. It states that an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion remains in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Think of a car at a stoplight. It doesn't move until the driver steps on the gas, the external force that sets it in motion. Next, we have Newton's second law, the law of acceleration. It explains that the force applied to an object equals its mass times its acceleration. To put it simply, if you push a heavy object, it moves slower than when you push a lighter one. Thirdly, Newton's third law, the law of action and reaction. It proposes that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Imagine jumping off a boat. As you push off, the boat moves in the opposite direction. Now let's move on to the law of conservation of energy. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred or transformed. Picture a roller coaster. As it climbs, the coaster gains potential energy. As it descends, that energy transforms into kinetic energy, the energy of motion. The fifth law is the law of conservation of momentum. According to this law, the total momentum before and after an event remains constant. Picture a game of pool. When the white ball hits another, it transfers its momentum to the other ball. Next is the law of thermodynamics. It consists of 3 parts. The first part says energy cannot be created or destroyed. The second part states that the entropy or disorder of a system always increases over time. The third part claims that absolute zero temperature is unattainable. The seventh law is Coulomb's law. It explains how electrically charged particles interact, like charges repel each other, while unlike charges attract each other. Next, we have the law of universal gravitation. It states that every particle of matter in the universe attracts every other particle with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. The ninth law is Hooke's law. It explains that the force needed to extend or compress a spring by some distance is proportional to that distance. Finally, the 10th law is Ohm's law. It describes the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance in an electrical circuit. The current is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance. In summary, these laws of physics explain the fundamental interactions and behaviors of the world around us, from the motion of a car to the pull of gravity. They remind us that despite the apparent chaos, the universe operates under certain rules that provide order and predictability. So the next time an apple falls from a tree or a car accelerates down a road, remember, there's a law of physics at work.